breaking news as we have learned that longtime conservative radio host Rush Limbaugh has died after a battle with stage 4 lung cancer. He announced his diagnosis on his show last February. And in October, he announced that attempts to treat the cancer were no longer working. He is, of course, most famous for his long-running radio show, The Rush Limbaugh Show, which has been on the air nationwide since 1988. He's also written 7 books, hosted a television show in the 1990s. Rush Limbaugh was 70 years old. Our Trace Gallagher has a closer look at his life and career.
I think people listen to the radio for 3 reasons: to be entertained, to be entertained, and to be entertained.
And avid listeners were wildly entertained when they tuned in to Rush Limbaugh, arguably the most influential talk show host in the history of radio.
You're next on the Rush Limbaugh program.
His daily program, heard by an estimated 20 million listeners each day and broadcast on more than 650 affiliates, made him one of the most well-known voices for grassroots conservatives and a target of criticism by the left. But long before he was a household name, Limbaugh, calling himself Rusty Sharp, played records on local radio in Missouri.
I was 16. That's when I started being a DJ.
Limbaugh, a college dropout, moved to larger markets, but struggled to find acceptance for his on-air political commentary. That all changed in 1987 when the FCC repealed a law requiring equal airtime for opposing political views. That allowed stations to legally air Limbaugh's perspective without offering another opinion. Limbaugh was soon broadcasting nationwide.
Rush Limbaugh with talent on loan from God.
Limbaugh's syndicated radio show became one of the most highly rated programs in the country. Those sharing Limbaugh's conservative views were affectionately called ditto heads. He would soon go from being an everyday entertainer to a formidable force in American politics.
I'm dangerous because I am right, as in correct, and I'm having a good time being right.
His huge success on radio led to a TV show and 7 books, his first titled The Way Things Ought to Be. In 1995, he made the cover of Time magazine. Then in 2001, Limbaugh shocked listeners, telling them he was almost deaf.
If I take the right side hearing aid out, I do not hear a single thing.
A cochlear 2 years later, another unexpected announcement.
You know that I have always tried to be honest with you.
Limbaugh admitted he was addicted to painkillers, which he was taking for back pain.
Immediately following this broadcast, I will check myself into a treatment center for the next 30 days.
Limbaugh was later charged with prescription fraud, but made a deal with prosecutors that spared him a trial. In 2009, Limbaugh also attracted attention not for what he said, but because of the way he looked, losing 90 pounds in less than 6 months. Then in February 2020, Limbaugh revealed that he was fighting advanced lung cancer.
I thought about trying to do this without anybody knowing, because I don't like making things about me. But there are going to be days that I'm not going to be able to be here.
Limbaugh had publicly said he started smoking cigarettes as a teenager, but said he quit by the early 80s. Still, he was often photographed smoking a cigar and even questioned the link between smoking and cancer.
They say our government, one puff from one cigarette can kill you. If this is true, they should make a scary movie out of this.
Limbaugh never had children, but was married 4 times. Perhaps his greatest lifelong love was radio. A longtime personal friend of President Trump's, there was this State of the Union first.
I am proud to announce tonight that you will be receiving our country's highest civilian honor, the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
The president acknowledging the radio host for inspiring millions of people a day.
I'm grateful for everything that happened. There's so much to be thankful for, especially when right in front of you is the prospect of it being taken away. And it just amps up the appreciation for all of the goodness that you have in your life.
One thing both detractors and ditto heads can agree upon, Rush Limbaugh, the man who once claimed to have talent on loan from God, changed broadcasting in America forever. Trace Gallagher, Fox News.